Yo, Reali-T, your boy from Hackney, aka Black Guy in Your Neighborhood, aka my mother's favorite rapper, and this is the In Your Neighborhood podcast, baby. Let's go! Episode 11, ladies and gentlemen. That's 2 once.
My thoughts are so fast, the world moves in slow motion, and planets just crash when I'm proposing a notion. I'm 6 steps ahead, so don't try and conversate. I've seen every
DL, son. Who have we got in the building? Okay, let me explain this. I said I'd rob Jister. I was just teasing. 40 hooked me up with a beat. I'm just teasing. Oh my God. I brought teasing. I got my own lyrics wrong there.
Yeah, it wasn't the best that man.
Yeah. I got my own lyrics wrong there. It's early. We got Jister in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, now then. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me introduce this guy properly.
Yeah, go on then.
You see, one day, a black guy came to the Northeast and decided to start rapping. That guy's name was Reali-T. He decided to get people's attention by saying he was going to rob all the rappers. Obviously, he wasn't going to do that because he had the pharmacy degree to study for. Then along comes this guy called Jister, James Russell. Slides in Reali-T's DMs.
Pause.
I mean, he just sent me a message. The way I explained that was a bit fabulous. I'll try to be PC there. And then he's probably the only rapper that Reali-T mentioned in that track that got it straight away. That this was a publicity stunt and it was a flipping joke. Yes, Jister, one of the nicest guys in the Northeast. T-Side's very own. How else can I say? Big friendly giant. How many other AKAs has he got? 40. Yeah, we've got 40 on the podcast as well.
I don't know. Ask him.
Don't think any of them were any of my AKAs. To be honest.
Yes.
Nice to be here, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. We got Jister in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for joining us.
Listen, Jister is though he's quite baby-faced with a beard, he's one of the veterans of not just T-side rap, but Northeast rap. Before I even decided to pick up a mic again in the Northeast, I heard about Jister. That first EP you had, I forgot the name of it. The cover was
Absurdism.
A bit trippy. Yeah. I heard about that one. I was like, oh, who's this guy Jister? I need to meet him. So
and the rest is history.
It's an honor to have you on this podcast. To be very honest, I've got a bone to pick with you. You gave me a bad impression of the Northeast, though. Soon as you slid in my, I should stop saying slid in my DMs. But as soon as you sent me a message,
I thought you said slivered. I thought you just made it like infinitely worse. Slivered into my DMs. Fuck me.
Soon as you sent me a message, I was like, oh, people are nice up here. Moving on swiftly. Speaking of sliding in DMs, guys, people sending you their tracks without you even knowing them, without a hello. What do you feel about that? Just sending you their tracks in your DMs. They don't even know you. They don't even check out your tracks.
Mate, because it doesn't happen to me.
Stop lying.
I delete them people, man. I've got none of them on my Facebook anymore. They don't have access to me anymore.
You know what I compared that to? I compared that to when women get unsolicited penis pics. I didn't ask for it. Only show it to me when I ask for it. I don't want to see it, mate. Moving on swiftly from that, we're going to go into our top threes. This week, we got top 3 hip-hop remixes. We're keeping it hip-hop. Now, I was having a conversation with 40 yesterday, and I didn't know how hard it was to find a good remix.
It's fucking hard, isn't it? I'm glad you said that. I thought I was just like I just thought I was not very knowledgeable, but I've got none. I was struggling, man. It's not easy, this.
I mean, the best remix that I can think of off the top of my head is by He Who Must Not Be Named.
Mm.
Do you know Who Must Not Be
Is
Named?
it Fiesta by any
Voldemort.
chance?
We always...
Oh, is it the remix to Ignition?
Yes. He Who Must Not Be Named has probably the best remix. In fact, does that even have an original?
Sometimes you hear these things in remixes, right? And you're like, what was the original?
What was the original? Or was the remix so good that the original just gets thrown in the bin?
Yeah.
But for my top three, that's where I've gone to, because normally, like, I feel like remixes are maybe some other artists getting a little bit of help of how big an original tune is, but the real good remixes are the ones that did better than the original.
That outshine,
Yeah,
that's true. Who wants to start off? Who wants to kick off this topic?
I want to start off because I think there's about 4 in existence. So if I say 3, then there'll be no left.
Go on. Just to start
I don't even know. I didn't write Anti-Up MOP remix, the Busta Rhymes remix. That's my... Because I didn't even... That's one of them that when I first heard that, I didn't know that was... I thought that was just a song. And then...
That is also my number one.
Yeah, it's the number one. That's why. There isn't a better one, is there? But we had remember them nights 40 in Empire way back when, the battle nights. The original came on, and I started like, I was about to go wild doing all the Buster bits, and then the Buster bits didn't happen, and other people knew the way. I didn't even know the lyrics to the other version. I was just like, alright, cool, man. So yeah, that's the top one though, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree
comfortably.
Wait, so the remix is with Remy Ma, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
Okay, let's. This is the remix.
Mate, you don't need to play it. Everyone knows this tune.
We know this tune, like.
Maybe Mr. Jackson, the Brexit guy's listening, and it's like, Anti-Up! What the hell is that?
Teddy Anderson.
Yeah. What's your second one, Jister?
Right, second one, Diamonds from Sierra Leone. Kanye,
Let's go.
Jay-Z.
Wait a minute, let me say it. I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
Bomb drop noise. The thing is, though, with that tune, it's a weird one because I remember. Do you know back in the day, MP3 day?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like Kanye's verse on that tune. I thought it was a bit shit. I thought Jay-Z just decimated him because that verse was just ridiculous. But so I remember I cut the 2 verses together and made my own little deluxe version that I enjoyed personally. So I made I just took Kanye West vocal from the first half and then just dropped Jay-Z. It's an infinitely better song. I swear to God. That should have been released. But yeah, that's my second one. Does that even count? It does count, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He went from stories about Jay-Z, he probably asked to have a bad Kanye verse next to his.
Yeah. Because I thought that, how much Kanye clearly obsesses over Jay-Z. Fancies him. Yeah. So I was thinking, that's just harsh, man. Jay-Z just came with like one of the best verses of his illustrious career. Just to sort of like... Not better than me, sunshine.
Have you heard Power, the Power remix?
No,
I don't really like the original, if I'm honest.
Jay's Kanye West verse on the Power remix makes up for this Diamonds of Sierra Leone. I'm not just saying. Yeah, it's actually much.
Kanye can rap, to be honest. Sometimes
he even speaks Arabic as well. Yeah.
But he just does some kind of like throwaway verses a lot of the time as well, though, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I think even when he's trying, a lot of the time it comes across as a throwaway verse. To be fair, you know what I mean, like he's good. I rate Kanye, but
he has writers as well, doesn't he? So maybe the good verses are when he pays someone.
Yeah, maybe. Actually,
Fest, I think, was writing a lot for money.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
What's your third one, Jister?
The thing is, right. No, my third one. I don't know. I was thinking. Do you remember? Did you hear that Jay-Z and Beatles mashup album?
Yeah, Danger Mouse.
Rare album.
Yeah,
Danger Mouse. I was going to say one of them, but I didn't really like any of them. But I just couldn't think of any others. You know what I mean? So that went there. Oh, this one probably doesn't count. But Kano in the Streets. Remember that remix Kano did of Has It Come to This? That's a good tune.
Yeah.
I can't remember that. You know,
Nice
The
tune.
Streets had some. The Streets had some nice remixes with the UK grime lot in it. Like Get Out of
Yeah.
My House remix was sick as well.
yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah,
Thought-
man.
Yo, that's a good top 3. Sorry about.
Yeah,
it
that's
was a
the
hard
third, yeah.
task because I'm giving you
like-
something easier, like top 3 rappers or something. But yeah, thanks for participating in that one. 40, what's your top 3?
Yeah, so the top one's got to be the Anti-Up remix.
Yep.
Like Jister said there. Number 2, Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Ooh, yeah. I
Yeah,
took
man.
that one out of mine.
Did you?
Yeah. That's the one that That's the one that introduced Notorious B.I.G. to us, isn't it?
Yeah, Don't Be Mad, UPS is hiring.
Yeah.
That was on that. And there's other quotables in it, like like but Buster, flavor in your ass crease. Yeah, sick tune. But number 3, I was thinking of putting Diamonds from Sierra Leone in there as well, but I let me switch it up and put Touch It, the remix with everyone on.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes, yeah.
Even
Okay,
DMX.
yeah.
I don't think it was necessarily bigger than the original, because the original was big at the time. I remember getting played everywhere, but just the fact he had like everyone on that was like quite big at the time.
Yeah.
You don't see that too often, so I'll put that as my 3rd.
I think at the time as
Nice
well,
work.
it was weird to see Mary J. Blige rapping as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure that necessarily worked too well, but
I mean, I was like, oh, Mary J. Blige is rapping, because as I said to 40, I think I was easily pleased. So Mary
Yeah.
J. Blige rapping in tune, on beat, was kind of nice for me to see.
there was a few others like the Bad Boy for Life remix, but then I was thinking it wasn't bigger than the original.
Was there a Bad Boy? Oh
Life
yeah, I see
remix,
what you mean.
with
Yeah,
Busta Rhymes.
yeah.
It was on the single. It was like just a remix on, like, if you bought the actual CD.
Yeah.
They had a remix on there. The beat was switched up a bit. It was nice, but it wasn't bigger than the original.
Diddy is always back then was always going for a Bad Boy remix. Bad Boy, come out and play. This is
Did
the
he have
remix.
an album called The Remixes?
Probably. Diddy's always Diddy popping somewhere. Flipping Diddy. Yeah, so that's a good top 3. We got Flavor in Your Ear. Anti-Up.
Touch It.
And Touch It remix. Right. Okay, let me go for mine. I'm quite an R&B guy. So this is probably my favorite remix of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah Carey, Honey, Bad Boy remix.
Okay.
It's got the locks straight at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
All the money in the world couldn't even amount to a teaspoon of honey when it melts in your mouth. I don't know the rest, but it sounds good. Then we got 50 Cent, Mobb Deep, Out of Control remix.
That was going on, man. That's nice. That's a good selection.
That hook by 50 Cent. To be honest, I don't really care much for, but it's back then. I know it was a big thing for 50 Cent and Mobb Deep to be together, and Mobb Deep to get a top 10, because they weren't that mainstream act. But 50 Cent was really hot at that time. I think it was 2005.
For me, that one is the beat. It was
yes. But the hook.
What was the original? Like, I never heard the original.
That one was a banger as well, actually.
It
was a banger as well, but it was like completely different. Literally, all he said was Out of Control. And so, like, that's why it was a remix. But the hook, man, come on. You know I got what it takes to make the club go out of control. Yeah,
it was a big tune.
50 Cent, man. 50 Cent was too good with the hooks back then. But this one is probably my favorite verse from this rapper. It's Get Money remix. When Biggie comes in with that third verse, firstly, I heard Hit 'Em Up before. So in my mind, as a kid looking for beef, I thought, mate, is that a response to Hit 'Em Up? Because it's the same beat, but the original, because they use the sample, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same sample, yeah.
It's the same sample, but Hit 'Em Up is sped up a bit. But when Biggie comes in with this third verse, Frank White, the Desperado, used to rock the all-black Movado, the all-black Eldorado, all that and the bottle of Dom P. Niggas can't harm me. I keep the army. It's Brooklyn in the house. Without a doubt, I'm the rapper with clout. Everybody yap about. Check it out. Guns are busting. Problems with the wife. Don't discuss them. Coops and Learjets. I lost them. Fingerprints. I dust them. Recent address. Fuck it. Oh. Stuck you for your stash in your pissy mattress. Your mom's an actress. Didn't want to show me the safe. It's okay. She was old anyway. I display. Hot 97 line ready. Cut Mike 11 line steady. Like Tevin Campbell, I'm ready to do what I do continuously. You could be as good as the best of them. Oh, sheesh.
Biggie Smalls going in.
I can definitely see that's one of your favourite verses.
Mate, you didn't even know the lyrics to your own tune. You knew that full fucking verse. You didn't do 2 bars of your own tune. What the fuck?
Oh, gosh. Biggie Smalls, rest in peace. This one is called What on Earth? Where we talk about what's viral, what's going on in the world, who's doing stupid stuff. If that was the case, I'd be on here every week. A boy hands in £400 and gets a £10 voucher back from Asda. What's the story here? Well, allegedly, an ATM at Asda, cash machine, for you British people, spat out £400, allegedly. And the boy, I believe.
Why saying allegedly as if the cash machine is a criminal?
It's not like a car hearing with a cash machine.
I don't want anyone to be
your
falsely
client, the
incriminated.
cash machine. Thomas Anderson.
Spat out £400. And what did the boy do? He gave the £400 back to Asda. And Asda rewarded him with a nice, lovely, huge chunk of a £10 Asda voucher.
I mean, probably did the right thing, didn't he?
He did the right thing. But what would he do when his mum's at home crying on the phone because she can't pay the gas bill? And she's looking at her son like...
You tosser.
Asda were cheap with it though, right? A £10 voucher.
Tenner, mate. A voucher as well. So you have to spend it in Asda. So it didn't really give you anything.
Not even really
so they
worth
still
a
get
tenner,
the money.
It's not worth anything, is it?
So they really made £410.
Imagine Asda just like put that straight in the till.
Mate,
That
definitely.
400 quid.
That kiosk till, man. No bother. Where was this, by the way? Was it in like a posh area? Because nowhere this is happening in normal world.
That's not happening anywhere in Teesside, is it?
Come on.
I think it's
£400
in Manchester.
as a child.
In Manchester. But it did say he was, allegedly, he did, and I'm quoting, I'm paraphrasing verbatim. It did say he was what?
This is T's oxymoronic phrase. I'm paraphrasing verbatim.
I like it, man. It's a fucking head trip, isn't it?
Wait. Okay, so he was fiddling with the... No, come on, guys. He was fiddling with the ATM machine, and apparently it spat out £400.
What, so he did it on purpose?
I want to know what the fiddle is.
The fiddlers. Didn't know it was the fiddlers at the scene of the crime.
What the fiddle is? Tell me the fiddle. I'll go and molest a cash machine for 400 quid.
Right?
Yeah, so he was fiddling with the cash machine and it spat out £400. Do you know how many cash machines us man would be fiddling if it could just
in the background on this soundboard, T? What was that?
Tough time. That was a message for his mum. Tough times never last.
Oh,
only tough people do.
Guy.
Tough times. Yeah. So, if you saw the picture of his mum, she said she was proud.
She lied, man.
Nah, she ain't proud. Yeah. Okay. What if you're Ben? That means child for you people who aren't from the northeast, or probably in Newcastle. What if your Ben was fiddling with cash machines all around the city, and then the cash machine spat out £400 and he gave it back to Asda? What would you do if your son was at home No. What would you do?
Honestly speaking, like, I've got to say that, like, giving it back, I'd have to say if it was my kid, I'd have to say, like, oh yeah, you did the right thing.
If it wasn't Asda, if it was like a wallet and he saw the person drop it and it was just a normal guy, but I mean, Asda have got enough 400 quid for me.
It probably doesn't even belong to Asda, innit? It probably belongs to bank.
Oh yeah,
and they've
good
got
point.
enough money anyway. But
Asda kept
exactly.
it.
They are the money.
Asda kept it in the profits. They made a £400 profit because of this kid. Flipping Nelson. Let's move on quickly from that. We've had enough of that good boy disgracing his mum. Robot police dogs.
Oh, this just sounds like a nightmare.
It is.
It's
literally a Black Mirror episode, isn't it? It's literally happens in Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take a woman in a land where there's no people and she's just getting chased by a dog across like barren landscapes for the full episode.
I don't know what country it's in though. Robot police dogs.
What's their purpose though? Like to do the same things that normal dogs do? Because I'm pretty sure there's not a shortage of dogs. Like, why do they have to spend that money making robot ones?
Too many dogs, actually. This is putting dogs out of work.
Yeah, dogs are
more
going
dogs
out
on the
of business.
breadline.
All these robot dogs come into our country and taking all those dogs' jobs.
What happens to the dogs? They turn to alcoholism. They do bad things. You know what I mean? It's not their fault.
Especially the ones who sniff out drugs. What are they going to be doing?
Exactly.
They know where they're going to be turning to.
I think maybe actual dogs have too many emotions. They work on emotion.
Robot dog advocate over here. You're the problem, man.
Maybe real dogs have too many emotions, and they need to get robots in to do a man's job. I mean, to do a man's best friend's job. Yeah,
nice.
That sounded better in my head.
Looking at the other side of it, I guess there's some an argument for it there. Like, you know, but I just don't understand. Like, do they attack people?
Well, he can't sniff. He can't smell things. Isn't one of the only things a dog does for like the authorities is smell things like drugs?
Yeah, or they just take people down. Like they chase someone, they take them down. But like,
it's aggression or smelling, isn't it? I mean, they've probably got aggression.
Yeah,
it's not enough.
They're known as Digidog. I mean, like Digidog. Do you remember Digimon? It's not very creative. I mean, America again stealing from the Japanese. I don't know where we can go with this one, really. Robot police dogs. I mean, that's just it. That's the what on earth right there.
It's the start of the end, mate.
It is.
Yeah, trust me.
I'm speaking of RoboCops next.
RoboCop. Exactly. Maybe they. It's little by little, we're going towards RoboCops.
And also, right, those dogs will be racist because they'll be like the police dogs in America. They're not going to be nice.
Oh, trust me. Now, robotic surveillance ground drones are being deployed for testing on low-income communities of color.
Mm-hmm.
You're onto something there.
It's like that. Wasn't there a thing with autonomous vehicles where they don't recognize people with darker skin, like as people? They can't see them because of the darker skin tone, so they could crash into say if someone who's got darker skin crosses a road, some of these cars are less likely to actually see them. So if they haven't nailed that very simple thing with fucking cars, I don't think the robot dogs are going to have nuance in their approach. I think they're going to be horrible bastards, to be honest.
Autonomous
maybe
vehicles.
Go the other way, and the dogs won't be able to see them.
It could work out well, actually, couldn't it?
So they could just get away with it. Yeah.
I feel like we're going into dangerous territory here. With this conversation.
Get the applause on.
Yeah. So autonomous vehicles could probably be sponsored by the KKK because they don't see black people as humans.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go into something a bit more lighter. Speaking of the Japanese, there's this Japanese bachelor, or in and out of being a bachelor, 35 girlfriends. Let's give this man a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. 35. Now, I don't want to sound
like a lot of hard work.
I don't want to sound cliche, guys, and I don't want to piss off the female listenership, but juggling one woman is hard enough. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah,
I mean, we don't go around juggling women, but being with one woman is hard enough. 35 women, and you know why? And I'm gonna say allegedly again. It's because he wanted more birthday presents. Sounds like my kind of guy.
What, so it just was coming up to his birthday and he was just securing another one and another one, and then
yeah. I
he
read
got 35 presents.
35 presents, man. Can you imagine? You want a PS5 and you have 35 women waiting in the line for you to get that PS5. You're gonna get a PS5, mate. Maybe 2. This guy's a smart guy, especially during these hard times where, some of you, I'm not saying me because I got mine. Some of you can't get a PlayStation. But he's rolling his eyes.
BZ's not here, man. You don't need to continue the war. You got one as well.
Yeah, so these women that he was cheating on, if you can call it that, I just think he was just playing the game. Don't hate the player.
So they didn't know about each other. It wasn't like 35 women that were cool with it.
It wasn't like a polygamy Charles Manson thing. No, it was just like man was going to different cities.
Less cool.
Yeah, it's probably a job for him because listen, you have to be on your phone constantly if you've got 35 women on the trot. Yeah. Am I right or not? And if you don't text this one back quickly,
he must have some sex drive to be keeping all of them happy. Imagine that.
Little rabbit, isn't he? Might have been a rabbit in disguise.
Energizer Bunny. Yeah. 35 women. I don't know what more we could talk about this Japanese guy with 35 women. All I know is the women, they all formed a union and it's being done for fraud. I mean, you got played. That's not fraud.
I'm not sure that's fraud, yeah.
That's what happens though if you get a group that big, they're gonna unionize. Simple.
True. That's true. And they moved quickly. They formed a union, they went to court and did them for fraud. Now, I think because our law expert isn't here, we have to go to the next best thing, which is me. I've watched hours and hours of countless Judge Judy, so I'm in the know. And according to Judge Judith Scheindlin, you can't ask for stuff back when it's a gift. He was given a total amount. And you know what? This is the downside, actually. He was given a total amount of £662, apparently,
from
in gifts.
35 women.
The guy flopped, innit? That's what I was saying. A PlayStation, I'm going back to this, but a PlayStation is like 500. So man was just probably getting like sweets.
like why are they even suing him? Like, what have they lost?
They've lost their dignity.
Oh wow.
Look, listen, I'm not bashing women here. I don't want it to sound like that. I'm just praising this guy. It doesn't mean I'm bashing women. I'm praising this guy's tactical nous. You know what, yeah? He should manage a Premier League team. He should manage Middlesbrough. He can juggle 35 women. He can definitely deal with a squad of 22 ego-driven players and get them to the playoffs at least.
Took him a card. He's not a good man manager.
Oh, terrible. True. That's true, actually. Yeah, you got me there.
Dressing room would be in disarray.
that shut me down completely. Yeah. So I don't even know his name. I don't want to know his name. I don't want to give him any more shine because this podcast's going global, innit? So we don't want to give the Japanese guy any more shine. On to serious topics. Real talk. That's also sponsored by He Who Must Not Be Named. That was my R&B rendition, Jister. He's looking a bit confused. Real talk.
Yeah. Nice.
We're talking about the European Super League. This was the name, the thing on everyone's lips during this past week. Even my sister called me up. She has no interest in football. She was like, "Oh, what's going on with this European Super League?" I was like, "I don't know, football's the game's gone, mate. The game's gone. She was like,
Yes.
yes, the game is gone. I had my significant other come up to me and said, "Are you okay?" Because of the European Super League, like someone died. Like, oh, are
She
you
obviously
okay?
knows what matters to you.
Yeah. I was like, what? Am I okay? I don't know, love. I don't know how I'll go on. What are your thoughts on the European Super League? Let's go with
I don't know.
Jister.
It was weird, wasn't it? It was a weird little 3 days of passionate hatred from everyone.
Gary Neville was about to blow a gasket.
Mate, Gary Neville can talk shit. He's bought like Salford. I saw something like hasn't he got a striker or something on like $4,500 a week, and he's got the rest, like the average of that league is like 400 or 500, and he's talking about buying football is like ruining football. Mate, you've literally bought a team and you're just like making your way up the ranks from literally having more money than everyone else. Like he can't talk shit.
That's a good point,
You know
actually.
what I mean?
That's a good point.
Of all the people though, because he was like the spokesman, wasn't he? And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, big up Gary Neville for this." And I was just thinking, yeah but I wear.
Yeah,
What
like
a hypocrite.
he can be right and he can be wrong at the same time, can't he? And like he's right in all the stuff he was saying, but then like absolutely hypocritical. Like
he's not the person to say it. Yeah,
he's not the person to say it. You're right.
Yeah.
And I think like Sky and that as well, they were getting all up with tea. But I think if they had the rights to it, I think it would have been a different narrative spun by them, to be honest. Because they obviously just got
have the rights to it.
Who are?
Who was actually going to have the rights to it? Or
I think it was the teams. I think the teams who were doing it basically were just breaking away from everything. So I don't think it was even spoken about, but I think the idea was they were going to televise it. So I think that's why they were all pissed off, because it was like sacking off your UEFA, sacking off the FA, sacking off everything and just doing it themselves. So I think that's probably why Sky and BT were pissed off, because it's obviously billions, isn't it, of potential money.
It's money, really. It's just money.
That's all it is, yeah. That's all it is.
I know Real Madrid and Barcelona are in like financial mess at the moment. That Mbappe deal might not go through. So Florentino Perez, the Lex Luthor of football, he brought up this master plan. That guy's a feisty guy, man. He don't give a fuck.
Isn't he?
He was dissing anyone could get the smoke. He even had time for Gary Neville. Anyone could get the...
What did he say to Gary
Neville? He
Neville?
said, Gary Neville, I don't know why he's talking when he had like 3 months in Valencia. I'm paraphrasing verbatim.
That's gangster shit, that though. That's not even like a valid argument. That's just dissing him.
Yeah.
Straight up, like, shut the fuck up.
It's nothing to do with the Super League. Like, I don't know why he's talking, mate. Like,
it's like, bitch, sit down.
Guy.
You're shit.
He literally said, "Who's this guy?" But in Spanish.
That's lit,
I mean, firstly, my thoughts on it were, I didn't like it. Game's gone. Get off my lawn. This is my yard. Britain is going down the drain. Football heritage, all those cliches.
Yeah.
And then I thought, wait a minute. Champions, it's like Trump calling Hitler corrupt. Or Hitler saying, "You know what, Trump? You're a bad guy."
Yeah, the Champions League is obviously all money driven and everything like that, just like the Super League was going to be. But what people were really mad about was the element of competition.
Yeah. It's because
it's like
go on, just no.
I was going to say, like, when in the leagues, generally someone wins the league with a bit of time, and that's like the title race is done, and then it's all about like top four, isn't it? So that's like it's excitement for the league as well. For the last little bit of the season, it's always who's chasing fourth. So if that was gone, that's what I mean. Like the Champions League, it's more competition driven, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even though I'm sure there's like negatives about it. But...
Yeah, I was just thinking that Hitler-Trump analogy was a bit I should have said like Hitler and like Gaddafi or someone, another dictator. Trump's not a dictator, is he? Anyway.
I get what you're saying, mate.
Yeah.
Two baddies, basically.
Before people slide on my DMs like, no, Trump didn't kill loads of, those people.
Did you mean Jews?
Yeah, I don't want the Jewish goons.
Those people.
I don't want Jewish goons. I think that sounded a bit more racist than actually
Yeah,
saying
didn't
it.
it?
I don't want the Jewish goons at my door. I've lived with the unorthodox. Is it Orthodox? The Orthodox Jews.
Orthodox, mate. Oh no, it's not unorthodox.
Unorthodox Jews.
Oh my
On
gosh,
skateboards,
I'm digging the hole here. I've lived with those ones that look like Undertaker. Yeah, so
They're intense, aren't they, them guys, man?
Wow.
I've worked with those guys. They are intense. Is that what he said?
wait. You know, with that, Orthodox Jews. It's Orthodox Jews. I know they stick to that dress code: rain, sun, moon, sleet, shine.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the post office on a hot summer's day, getting my mum's mail with a lot of Orthodox Jews in Stamford Hill, and it wasn't a good experience.
Don't the women have haircuts like me? That's like a Jewish thing, innit?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
No, but they put a wig on, right?
They put a wig on.
Yeah, but they shave their heads, I think.
Yeah, I used to think like they've all
grow beards.
And grow beards, bro, yeah. To make up for it.
There's no in there. There's no in the religious text about beards. Taking back control.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we can't go back to the European Super League now. After that, so let's move on. That was a nice, intriguing conversation, enlightening conversation about the European Super League. I think it will happen eventually.
Yeah.
The big gripe is these tiny teams like Arsenal and Tottenham. You man are languishing in mid-table, and you want to say, "Oh, let's go into the European Super League."
Yeah,
let's sneak into.
They were so excited about that, weren't they?
Yeah. Yes, Europe.
Like, we'll come, we'll do it. Like, shut up.
Do you know what? If they did the same thing once every 4 years in the summer or something like that, I don't think anyone would have a problem. I mean, you've got to obviously work around international competitions because obviously you get like the South American competition isn't at the same time as the Euros and stuff like that, is it?
Yeah.
But if they did it once every 4 years in a summer or something like that, I think people would enjoy it. You know, I don't think people would complain so much. But the fact that they were doing it as an alternative to the Champions League, nah.
Yeah, like scrap it, man. But the new model for the Champions League is apparently similar, and it's more games, like 100 more games than the original Champions League. I don't know, man.
Players falling down left, right, and centre like they've been shot.
Oh, the players, I don't like to feel sorry for millionaires usually, but like they've been playing a lot of matches lately, man.
Oh, it must be so hard for them.
Shortened careers, like that 50k you're earning a week, man. I would let my legs drop off too. Speaking of tax breaks, that wasn't even a segue. But speaking of tax breaks,
speaking of greed,
greed. That was it. I need to work on my hosting skills. but BJ, I've been waiting for this one. Wait a minute. Let me build this up. Let's wait for the bomb to finish dropping. Yeah. Just like the UK did in Iraq. Ooh. So speaking of greed. BJ and Dyson suck. Oh, I didn't pull that off well, did I? Pause.
No. Yeah, pause.
What's his first name? Is it James?
Yeah, I think so. James Dyson.
Just as a namesake. Got James out here looking bad. You got just working on the sound.
Just as swapping his accessories mid-pod.
He still can't hear us.
I'm back now. Sorry, man. I thought that was going to be seamless, but it wasn't seamless, was it? I missed
Don't worry, 20% of the show. You're a guest here. Yeah. Can you imagine if Jister hasn't been listening to us? It's just been nodding his head. Right, yeah.
The whole time.
He's been looking at me like, this guy moves a lot when he speaks. That's why he's been looking so confused sometimes. Wait, you know, just I've got self-diagnosed ADHD. Did you know that?
No, I do know, mate. It's good.
I've diagnosed it myself.
Yeah.
As you can see, like if you watch this back, I haven't stopped moving once. Especially when
I won't be watching this back, mate.
At least it's honest. Yeah. So BJ, I call him BJ because he sucks. James Dyson is bringing shame to all people named James, isn't he, Jister?
Yeah, man.
I don't know the full scope of the story really. I thought you sent this to me. It just looks like greedy people being greedy. Stop being greedy, as DMX said.
Yeah, I think the government was looking for ventilators in it.
Yeah.
And I think they were giving the contract to James Dyson's company. But he wasn't happy with something to do with taxes. Obviously, he was going to be out of pocket or whatever. So he spoke to his mate BJ, and BJ said, "Yeah, I'll fix it. Just, via text. The real professional way to run a country." Yeah, I'll start the tax issues for you. As long as you got those ventilators. Like the guy's like pretend to help out the needy people, but he doesn't want to pay tax, which helps out the needy people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even make ventilators.
Yeah.
That's the key takeaway for me. Because he was like defending it, Boris was defending it the other day, saying something like people can't be angry because I was trying to get ventilators for a country that needed ventilators. But they ignored companies who make ventilators because James Dyson's got his fucking phone number. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah,
it's corrupt to the core.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. It is disgusting. It is though. They are scumbags.
Absolute scumbags, mate. Terrible people.
There's only so much we could say about Boris Johnson that hasn't been said before. I mean, I remember when he first came into the community and he was like, "Oh, he's so adorable, such a clown."
He's a cunt. Sorry, Mum. But he is.
You say mum?
Yeah,
mum or mum?
In case his mum's listening.
It's interchangeable, mate. Yeah.
Because your voice does not suit mum. Not being funny.
Sorry, Mum.
Hey, that sounds so much better, mate. That's all right.
It's just because I barely speak to anyone from Teesside, and I find myself picking up words that are not local to me.
Jister was like, "You're forgetting where you came from."
Yeah, you need to remember your roots. That's what Teesside culture's all about.
Got slapped down there, didn't I? Yeah. I'm going to have to order a Parmo as soon as we finish this.
Mate. Large Parmo, definitely.
No, but Boris Johnson, man, yeah. There's only so much we can say, man. There's only so much we can say about old BJ. Every day is a new thing that embarrasses this country. This country has become an embarrassment. I mean, I don't know how you can be proud to say you're British right now. I'd like to call this country, rename it Adequate Britain. I do love this country. I love being born here, but we're not great. United.
I agree.
United. Are you having a laugh, mate? Divided Britain.
It's nice. Every day. Like I try not to practice like hatred and hate, but I kind of feel like what I would describe as hatred towards these people.
Mm.
I know what you mean.
Because they don't care. They don't really care. Oh,
we're beneath them with the little ants that don't matter.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a game.
Not to quote a great philosopher named Michael Jackson, they don't really care about us.
It's true.
He said he at the end as well.
Yeah. He did that a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
He loved it, man. Couldn't get enough.
Man, Boris. So what was it? People that made ventilators that were in Boris Johnson's DMs or his emails.
Weren't. They couldn't get there. Do you know what I mean? Like there's companies who genuinely could probably make ventilators pretty well. But he was like, "Nah, man, we'll get this fucking Hoover company to do it."
Hoover company to make vents. And
you know what I mean?
So before...
Just suck the corona out of their lungs.
Yeah. Suck that shit straight up.
So before Boris asked, before COVID, how many ventilators did Dyson make, just to confirm to our listeners?
Mate, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was fucking zero.
Zero,
He hasn't made any now.
Also, because I was gonna ask, that was gonna be the follow-up question. How many ventilators did they make after?
Nothing. That's what's happened with this thing.
Zero.
Is that it's just been crazy. They've just let all the mates have loads of crazy contracts when they don't even have relevant companies. It's just been a free for all because everyone's desperate. So there's been no process or anything. And now, I don't know. I would say it's coming back to bite them on the ass, but I don't think it'll make a difference.
It won't. You know why? You know why? They've got all these conservative apologists, shall we call them, backing Boris Johnson and saying, "Oh, at least he was trying to do something."
Exactly.
Well, what's he fucking meant to do? He's running the country.
At least he was trying. You know how hhard it is to be Boris Johnson.
I know.
During COVID.
That's what people say on Facebook. They're like, "Could you do a better job?" Well, no, I'm not.
No.
I'm not trying to. I didn't apply.
I think I could do a better job.
To be fair, I do. I mean,
40
I know
for
children
PM.
who could.
40 for PM. Yeah.
A nice ring of that, man.
Let's put that on there. 40 for PM.
Get a nice graphic here. 40 for PM. I'll back it.
I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. That's how I know I'm getting old. You know when you something's in your brain, and then you just forget it. Then it comes back later when you're on the toilet. And you're like, oh, I should have said that. That would have been a good point. And I've forgotten it again. I'll probably remember it later.
Yeah, just sliver into my DMs, mate, and jot it in. Just let me know.
Yo, okay, enough about the conservatives and their depressive nature, the way they keep depressing the country, especially the North. I mean, I've been to Teesside. Conservatives don't care about you lot. I mean, it's clear.
Yeah.
When I'm going to Manjaro's, to be honest, that road in Teesside with all the restaurants, Peri Peri Manjaro
road.
I know, yeah.
Is that the nicest?
That's where there's actually like stuff.
Mate, I love that road. That's the where there's
stuff.
There's things there, like other places don't have stuff.
What's the name of that road?
Linthorpe Road. Yeah.
Linthorpe Road, yeah. That's a beautiful road, man. I don't know if I'm allowed there because I said schnitzel is better than palmo, though. Mate, track of the week. This is where we pick our favorite tracks of the week. They don't necessarily have to be from this week. I mean, you know, we listen to all types of music, and the music recently has been enough said about that.
You're not been feeling any of the new music coming out, T?
You know, I have, but ironically, let me play it actually. I'll just give my track of the week now. Ironically, it's from guys that would probably tell you to get off their lawn. We got Pete and Baz. If it please. Oh, yeah. Pete and flipping Baz. Yeah, they introduced themselves.
Pete and Baz.
Mate, that guy's voice is amazing.
He's Terry Anderson. If there's ever a Terry Anderson, mate, that is that guy.
Terry!
Like Terry!
Terry Tibbs.
You know what's funny about those guys? Yeah, people could easily talk about ghost writers. They're not writing their own stuff. And then I look at America and I think, you man worship Cardi B. And these guys.
What do you mean Cardi B doesn't write her own stuff?
Mate, I only found out the other day, you know.
I'm so shocked.
Yeah, so like, mate, Pete and Baz say they write their own stuff. I mean, you know.
Well, you know,
I'm not going to argue with them.
Our friend who passed through the neighbourhood previously, John O'Ramsey, he did an investigative video on this and found the creators of Pete and Baz.
Okay. Who? God created them.
That's what it was. Fair took him straight up Heaven's Gates.
Yes. Nah, to be honest, I don't care. I actually don't care.
Yeah.
Like you know what's funny? Even if it was during the 90s, you know, Get Off My Lawn, real hip hop. Even if these 70-year-old guys came out in the 90s, because we always refer to that time as real hip hop, I would still love them.
They're just like PJ and Duncan, innit?
Yeah.
They're just
they're 70-year-old guys. They're about to, like, not anytime soon. I hope they stay. I need a greatest hits album in 10 years. But they're just enjoying their life, man. I saw the interview, and I don't know if it's Pete or Baz. I don't know who the skinny one is and you always have to have a little and large in it. It always works.
It's just like me and you as a duo, T.
Yeah. So one of them, the tall one.
Or me and Jister as a duo, to be fair.
Yeah, that works a bit better, I think.
So I think this tall skinny one said, like, and I'm paraphrasing again verbatim. The tall skinny one said, just the shaking his head. The tall skinny one said that if he wasn't doing music, he would just be sitting at home dying. And he said it as a joke, but it kind of sounds a bit depressing. It sounds depressing when I just say it. The way he said it was, you know, like a bit better in the video. But yeah. So Pete and Baz, man. Shout out Pete and Baz. Keep doing what you're doing. They're more consistent than a lot of artists out here. Whoever's writing for them, that's even better.
Who was it anyway? 40, you've got the scoop. Who is writing for him?
I don't think he actually said.
Oh, man.
Like, he got in touch with the guy, but he didn't. I think he just kind of said, like, some years out there can find out who it is. It says on Reddit, but he didn't put it in the video.
Racking up them YouTube views, isn't he? So he's doing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. With his sultry look at the camera. I know.
Hey, it's terrifying. That it's going to haunt my dreams. That.
I know who the ghostwriters are.
Oh man.
Pete and Baz actually look like they'll have you swimming with the fish.
Yeah, they do.
They look more legit than a lot of gangster rappers out here. They look like they should be in EastEnders. They
look like they've got their own seat in a working man's club.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
That's what they look like.
You know, it's ironic them doing drill because they seem like the same people that will come in the pharmacy and say, "Can I not be served by him?"
Yeah.
I still love them though, Pete and Baz. What's your track of the week, Jister?
What was it called again? I had Action Bronson and Dan Auerbach, Standing in the Rain.
Standing in the Rain. Let's go.
You might want to skip it like 20-30 seconds in though for Bronson.
Oh. It's got a long intro.
T likes to just play the intro and then cut it off when the rappers start.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that might happen. Man, I said 30 seconds in the fucking second verse here. That was it. You faded out the best bar, but yeah, it's good tune.
Are you a big fan of Action Bronson?
Yeah, I dip in and out, mate. I don't really keep up to date with him. I listen to the tunes that I've listened to 7 years ago and then just get back into a fit. That's all I do with all music, to be fair. I just have like stuff that I liked a while ago and then just revisit it periodically.
Yeah, it's becoming, it's a microwave culture, man. I think I've lost the enthusiasm for kind of new music at the moment. So I just listen to like folk music right now. It's my thing. Because it's not oversaturated with you people. Take that how you will. The Action Bronson, man, that guy sounds like Ghostface Killer, doesn't he? I'm sure that hasn't been said before.
Ghostface, and I just couldn't get into Action Bronson.
Yeah.
I understand that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's good though. Unpopular track of the week, but I like it.
40, what's your track of the week?
Stylo G, Busta Rhymes, Outer Space.
Where's Stylo G from?
I don't know, bro. No, he's from the UK scene.
Oh.
He sounds like he's Jamaican.
Oh.
He might be from London. He might be from Jamaica. I don't know.
Busta Rhymes is really out here.
Busta Rhymes is just going to be in hip hop forever.
Yeah.
Style, the man, killer, verse, fam, lyrics, verse, gang. Pull up, man, clap, with it, man, clap, with it, hands, clap. Money, can't stop. Tell us it better. Yeah, pick up your gal when we're ready. Yeah, give us some weed and some money.
That sounds lovely.
That's the exact word I'd have used to describe it as well.
So that we're going for.
You know what, yeah? At the beginning, I didn't introduce myself. I mean, it is at the intro. However, Dark Kent. Dark Kent. Signing out, ladies and gentlemen. We got 8x5 in the building as well. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. No, special round of applause for our guest, Jister, James Russell. I would say again, like, from the conversations we've had, especially this one as well, and from the times we've met each other, definitely, not just saying it, one of the first people that welcomed me in the Northeast and one of the nicest guys in Northeast hip hop. Thank you very much for joining us, man. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. It's been a pleasure.
You hope you fly through again, you know, if you're not doing anything. Thank you very much. The conversation wasn't as smashing because I forgot my lyrics at the beginning. My own lyrics that I'm flipping wrote. In Your Neighborhood podcast, episode 11. Yeah. Yo, Reali-T, your boy from Hackney, aka Black Guy in Your Neighborhood, aka my mother's favorite rapper, and this is the In Your Neighborhood podcast, baby.